Now that we have our structure set up, which actually that took a while, get all that built, get all those pieces in place. Now we can go look at the coding. Okay, so I'm still here in carousel.fla. I've clicked on I've clicked into scene 1, so I'm just out at my stage right now. And I do want to come down here to actions, and in frame 1 right here, that's where I am going to put my coding. So I have put my actions, put the icon over here to get to my panel. You see I have nothing yet. So I'm going to run over, let's see, did I open that file? No, this is my JSON file. So back out to Finder, and here's my carousel code. Okay, so I've given you a file that has all the different code snippets that we need. So we're going to walk through this. Now, the first one, I gave you this snippet right here that links you up to the jQuery, so the script tag, okay? I also gave you the file with it in place, so you probably don't really need that one there. So our first bit of code here is ingesting the external data. So in other words, we have to pull the content. We need to grab it and work on that. So this one creates a couple of variables for us. So we set the word root to be this. That would be the location we are at. We create carousel items, and it's set to be empty. Okay, and then this is our code to actually go pull it from the JSON and work with it. Okay, and so we've got what happens if it's successful and what happens if there's an error. So let's grab all of this code right here, and I'm going to copy that. Go back over to Animate. Make sure I'm on frame 1 of the actions layer. And in the actions panel, I'm going to paste that in place right there. Okay, so let's get that there first. So now I'm going to save, and let's go do a test real quick. So if you remember, let's see, on the Mac it is Command Return to test, and okay, you can't really tell that anything has happened here. Oh, something's going on there, but nothing is set to display yet. You can see some movement going on there. So what we really want to know is if it's getting the data okay. So I want to go find, let's see, where is more tools right here. There's my developer tools. Okay, let's pull those up real quick. I'm going to go to console. Here's the array, and now you can see that, yep, it is seeing, there's the first image, there's its title, there's the second and its title. So you can tell, okay, there are 5 of them, but this starts with 0. You can see that it has access to the file names and to the titles. So it's actually going through the data okay. So that's our first step, is seeing that we can actually get the data. Okay, so let's close that one back out. Okay. So next we need rendering code. So back over to my text wrangler file. So here we have some code right there. So we're creating a function called render images. Okay, and so this one, if we look through here, what this one does is, so at the root, carousel container, and then we have left image, center image, and right image. Okay, remember setting those up? We're going to add a child, and it's coming from carousel images. Okay, that's what we pulled together, or carousel items, excuse me. And then it shows you the position. So 0 goes in the middle one, 1 to your right, and then this one, where you take the length and subtract 1, that is putting it to the last image. So basically our center location is number 0, our right one is number 1, and then that makes my left one be number, what? Well, 0, 1 is numbered 4, but it's my 5th one. Okay, so it loads all of that up. So let's copy that up, and you see we need to add it at the end of our actions code. So let's go back over here. Frame 1 of actions. Let's paste it right there. So we create that. And then the one other thing you see right here, add to the Ajax under success, we actually run the render images. So let's copy that. Going back in here again. So up here under Ajax, under success, we go right here and paste it right there. Okay, so if it's successfully loading, then render the images. Okay, so we get that one put in place. Okay, now let me close this guy out for a second. Actually, let's go. We might as well save and test. Okay, save. Test one more time. Okay, so we've got something happening. We can tell it's loading images, which is really good news. We know it has access to it, which we already knew. It's loading them, and they're moving. So we seem to have made progress. There are no stop actions in here. Okay, so that's what would keep it from running. And yeah, so let's keep working on this thing. Okay, let's close that guy. Let's run back over here to animate again. So let's make sure I'm on scene 1 up here. That's good. I need to go to my container layer down here. I want to double check something, so I'm going to unlock that one. I want to open carousel container. Actually, you know what, my easiest way, I can go to library. There's my carousel container. Let's open this guy up. Recenter that right there. And let's go into image container. Let's open one of these. And I want to make sure, well, let's see, back up for a second. Which one is the center one? Let me zoom out here for a second. There we go. Okay, there's the center one. Let's open that guy up. I want to make sure this thing is aligned top and left. Left and top. Okay, good, it is. I wasn't sure there for a second that my alignment was working out right, but that one looks good. So I think we're good. So all of these should be aligned top. Let's just double check that while we're here. So align these top. Okay, good. It looks like I built it okay. Just wanted to make sure that I didn't have anything sitting in the wrong spot. Yeah, these all look good. Okay, so while I'm still here in carousel container, you see I'm still editing in there. Let's go put stop action in. So I'm going to come down here to my actions layer and click on frame 1. Excuse me. Now I pull up my actions panel. So on frame 1, I need a this dot stop, open and close parenthesis, and a semicolon. Okay? So that will put a stop action there in the carousel container. Let's do a save right there. Okay. So then I need to go, let's see, let's get our event listeners in place. I think that's the next thing I need to do. So we need to make sure that we've got the buttons set up. So let's go do that. So to do it, let's go back out to scene 1. So I'm going to click here, go back to scene 1, and we need event listeners for my buttons. So I need my action panel, but actually first I need my code. So back over to Text Wrangler, and right here you see my listeners. Okay, listeners for buttons. So let's grab all of that code right there. I'm going to copy that. Back over here, frame 1 of actions. Let's go down to the bottom here and paste it down here. Okay, so this one, you can see that what this one does is, slide that out a little bit. Okay, so remember direction left and direction right. Those are my buttons. Add event listeners, and I'm listening for click. And then I have these two functions called shift carousel left and shift carousel right. And I build the two functions down here. Okay, so on shift carousel left, you see that I'm addressing the carousel container. And I do a go to and play. And there's my label. Okay, so it sends it to the position for transition left. Okay, and then it tells it how to actually move. Okay. So, and then down here I've got the shift carousel right, and it just moves in the opposite direction. Okay? So those are my different functions that I have there to actually get them rolling. Let's see. You know what? I actually wanted to put this up higher. Let me pull this back out. I wanted to put this up here under create.js. Let's do that. So, sorry about that. So I'm going to create the vars. I'm going to do create.js. Then I've got this Ajax and the render images, okay? And then up here, I'm going to paste that code right there. So I want to put it up in that location right there. Okay, so now I've got that put in place, and I can save. And let's again go do a test. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's hit the right button. Oh, okay, so I start to move, but then things come back. Let's try the left one. Okay, so we're kind of getting somewhere, but I'm still missing stop actions, okay? So the thing resets at the end. So definitely not quite what I'm looking for. So again, back over here. So I need to go back into the carousel container. Here we go. We're in there. And now I need to go add some things, and that's why I've got the actions layer up here. So frames 29 and 45, I need to put a blank keyframe there. So 29 would be right here. Okay, because that one's 30, so that's 29. So I'm going to come put a blank keyframe there. And then I'll need one on 45 as well. Let's see, is that where I'm putting it? Yep. So let's go to 45, and let's make sure I've got a blank keyframe there. Okay. So in each of those, I need to go to the actions, and I'm going to put a stop there. So I'm on 45. I'm going to stick with that while I'm there. And this gets a this dot stop, my parentheses, and the semicolon, and I'm about to do another one, so I'm going to do a copy on that one. And let's come back out and go to number 29, which is right there. And again, actions. Oops, what did I do? I'm sorry, that one. That one's 29. Shoo. And I'm going to paste my stop right there. Sorry. I picked the wrong keyframe there for a second. That's why I was confused. Okay, so I put those in place. I actually need to do one more thing on these. So let's run back out to my code again. And you see that I get some transaction complete code. Okay, so this resets my images after each transition. So when I transition things, then I need to reset what's either side of it so that I can do the next one. So we started doing this one a moment ago. So see, on frame 1, we've got a stop. On 29, we put the stop, and on 45, we put the stop. We actually need to go put these calls in there for transition complete. So let's go here. Let's go grab the transition complete code. Let's copy that. And, well, I could have done it the other way. That's okay. Let's go back to scene 1. I know how to move around. So in scene 1, in actions, on keyframe 1, okay, make sure you're out on scene 1. Go to the code here, and let's go to the very bottom. And let's paste it there. Okay. Next, I need to go back into carousel container. Okay, because remember how I did things on 29 and 45. And I'm going to come back in here because we see on 29 and 45, we need to make a call to transition complete. So I'm going to copy that one. This one's the same, so I don't have to come copy it again. I just have to remember it goes on 29 and 45. So within carousel container, come down here to actions, go to 29, which is about where I am right now. Come in here, paste it there. And then again on actions, go to 45. Go to the actions panel, paste it there. Okay. Now let's go back to scene 1. Let's do a save. And let's do a preview. I think we're actually there. Okay, I'm going to click the right one. Ooh, that looks good. Ooh, changed my title too. Hit my right one again. Okay, this one keeps going. Made all the way to the beginning. So let's go left, left. Let's try right, left, left, right. Yeah, this whole thing's working. Okay, so that is the code that we need to put in place. So a little bit of complexity to it, and we have to really watch our naming carefully. That's going to be an awful lot of it here, because if you get your naming wrong on your instances and such, then your code's not going to work right. You can, of course, do different naming on yours, but you're going to have to go find it in the JavaScript or the jQuery and fix them there as well. So be very careful as you put it together, but then you should be able to get a working carousel this way. And you're going to build one of these with your own images for your final class assignment.